Offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Get that quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback D-line. 11.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers, he'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
13, 12,
on third down, it's Coleman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Hey, alert! 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 Wait!
They run with Breida. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
And this is going to hit the goal line. Continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's got room. Well, that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they...
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal.
21.
Now it's Breida. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 3. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards complete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something to go for. It's Rodgers. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Rodgers now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day. Back one. 56, Mike, 56.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep your clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Finding Williams once more, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
First down, Packers. Check, check. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Arnie.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. He's got the hook up to Lazard. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Rodgers again now. Dancing to his left. It's Williams on the catch. And I think the ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. DeForest Buckner able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Get 300. Get 300. Bravo.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still.
Here we go.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Breida. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
12.
This is Breida. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 59 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
That long run for a touchdown is a great example of if you get it back to the 2nd level, anything can result, and it's usually something good.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a throw left sideline here is complete, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And Adams has it complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Rodgers now on first down. Open here is Allison. That's complete. That's good for 28 yards. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. This one winding toward a conclusion, and how would you assess how the secondary is played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And again, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Allen Lazard there to make the grab. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
Watch us slap.
Here, Mike. Back north.
56.
Hey, orbit.
56. Let's go. Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, let's get off.
Rodgers to throw once more. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
11. 11.
Coleman now. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And they just took a timeout. with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
Alert! Alert! Alert!
Here's a handoff left side to Burrito. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
So the victory here for San Francisco.
And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game.
I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Masterpiece, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ride it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want.
Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 16. Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Pulled in at the 24. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Cousins gives way to Cook.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss.
Let's go. Throw. We got double up. Through. Kill. Go. Turn up. Go ahead, go.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson, this one complete to Ingram. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw is Jackson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
One of the advantages of playing zone defense versus in-breaking routes is that if you get the proper depth on your drops, you'll keep everything in front of you, see the quarterback deliver the ball, and that way you're able to break forward and make a play on it.
Jackson. Roberts has it, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. They toss to Ingram, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. Now on 2nd and 16, Jackson, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long, flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Now Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd down. On the carry, it's Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Check hot route. Hot, hot. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Leave it. Ringo, 48. What's that?
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes. From the 36, Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, 36 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Vikings 0. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
On 3rd down, it's Cook. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Returnable for Thomas. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Give him credit for batting it away, but unable to come up with the interception. And sometimes that joke does come true. Guys are on defense for a reason. Maybe their hands aren't quite as skillful as the guys on offense, but a lot of credit on that play for just knocking it away.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 3rd and 2, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got Snead.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. They go screen. This is Ingram. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
First down, Ravens.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Now he's forced out left. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they'd like to let them stand.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready.
The Vikings take over first down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, Cousins going deep for Diggs. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check, check. 40's mine.
To throw again, Jackson. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is absolutely perfect. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Switches. Line out.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
At the 8-yard line.
Check.
Another carry now for Madison. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Check. Hey, yo. Check 52. Rose. Watch the whip.
On 3rd down, Cook. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. And he tugged this one badly. It's no good, wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. You know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They run from the pistol with Ingram. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Throwing is Jackson. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
Jackson on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Hey, go, Mike 40. Watch the pass, please. Here we go. Kill.
Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Snead's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
They run it again with Cook. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The Vikings on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now a run with Cook. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Cousins, and he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Incomplete. It moves to 2nd and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
On 3rd down, Cousins. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Ingram trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go, series right here. We got to step up.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Eric Kendricks leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. And the pressure gets to him again. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here. And that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. To throw is Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Anthony Barr picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. It's complete to Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
First down, Ravens.
On 1st down, it's Ingram. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
He was brought down by Everson Griffin. 2 yards on the pickup.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Eric Kendricks able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now it's Jackson. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And it is incomplete.
honey yard, dash, got it on, smash. Man, oh, there with the hands, thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on, smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard, dash. 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 Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on, smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard, dash. 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 They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, here we go. Wait, 80! White. Watch out. Lock, man!
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
4 yards.
1, Omaha. 21.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now the Georgia Southern man is Matt Breida. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here we go.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it with Coleman. They find some open field here. Past the 20. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down 2, and across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, they made it pay off.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go read option with Wilson. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Niners. 75 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
12, fellas, here we go. 13.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. Where the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. There's Wilson to throw. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 45 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Got it. All those special.
2nd down and goal. Wilson. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't. Hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal.
Go down.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jacob Hollister there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49ers' 46-yard line.
Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
56. Mike, 56. Right there.
Check.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson is complete to Lockett. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They can't hang with us.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Wilson. pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a give right side, Coleman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number one goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. This is Coleman, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
One left. 56. Strip the ball.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he slides to avoid the hit. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
No pass.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
All day, every day, any day.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now Wilson on 1st down. He finds Ursua. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st down, Wilson. There goes a deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They run it with Carson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
56 to Mike, boy, 56.
Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a 1st down. There wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. Second level, probably because they moved up to the first level, and that hurts them.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it.
So many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And, yep, as a result, knocks it down. 2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And that will be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Now it's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the gun, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a good play when you're able to bat a ball away or down, because if you actually tip it in the air, now the offense is getting a second shot at catching the football, or another receiver.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. 22 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. It'll be Carson. They run for it. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. 21.
They begin the drive with Coleman. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
21. Here we go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. On third down, a run from Breida. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Here we go.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Here we go.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
21.
Coleman now. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
You gonna see me and your nightmare. Flag. 65.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Right, here we go. Keep it
up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Here's Breida. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Hey, check 24. 13. 12. Check 25. 11.
Handoff, Coleman, right side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. On first down, Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only 3 there on the screen at second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. This is Carson. And an alley to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. From midfield now, here's Wilson being chased out left. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Watch the run.
Swing out. Good.
On first down, Carson able to slither by. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Alert.
Check. 56, Mike, 56. Set the tone, defense.
Second and 5 now. Wilson, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score.
Okay, I know it's an old line, but it still applies here. The fat lady has not sung yet. She may be warming up, but she hasn't sung yet. There's still an opportunity.
Here's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays They're going to gain yardage.
There he goes, right side. A big play there for the Niners. 63 yards on the ground. And a guy that can change the game shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter.
Check 50. Wait. Clock. 2, down.
Now a give, right side. Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They will run again with Coleman. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Now from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here's Wilson throwing on first down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. DeForest Buckner gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. After the sack on first down, Wilson, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
21.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Hey, Mike 50. 65.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 13.
Coleman. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and we have it in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate.